Hey everybody, my name is Jen and this is Jen Geigley Knits. Welcome to the weekend. I hope you're having a good Saturday or whenever you're watching this. This week around here has been super scattered and unpredictable, and it's just summertime and schedules and the kids and all the things. But I meant to get to so many different personal projects this week, and I had tried to plan for it, but then that doesn't work out, and then work stuff. And I did a lot of behind the scenes design work stuff that I just can't show, but I did manage to get to some of this other stuff that I'll show you today. So there's still something to talk about. It just might be a little bit of a shorty, which is totally okay. But the first thing on my list today is the seed stitch sweater from my Whips bag that I kind of put together a few weeks ago. It's the cotton cashmere from the Rowan booklet from a few years ago. And I managed to get one sleeve attached. I've been just using the same seaming method that I used for the shoulders, which is not perfect, but it's all knit flat in pieces. And I wish I could just kind of do this over and do it in the round, top down, like my normal way, especially with seed stitch. I'm finding it's very hard to match it up perfectly and seam it, which you just kind of can't do it perfectly, but I'm doing the best I can and it's not bad. So like that's the shoulder, which also has not been steamed yet. And I think after even wearing, it'll look a little better. But basically I'm just trying to seam or like match up these edges on the inside and do the best I can back and forth into the seed stitch bumps. But it's a little trickier on the sleeves, and this really needs to be blocked. It looks much worse than I think it really is. But on the sleeve openings, there is no edge really. It's nice. It's kind of a nice just seed stitch edge, but there's no bind off, where the sleeve has a bind off like this. So I'm flipping it inside out, going back and forth. It's kind of like the shoulder, but it's a little different, where I'm going into a V and going into a seed stitch bump and just trying the best I can to go back and forth and not miss any spots and just get it done, because done is better than perfect. There's no maybe there's a better seaming method, but I have tried several and this is so far the one that looks the best and works the best. And I do think once I block this out and maybe just wear it a little bit, it's gonna be looking a little bit better. But right now, this is what it is. And it's okay. And I do really still think that I'm going to shorten it, because it is, I could try it on right now, but I only have one sleeve done. But should I try it on? Maybe I'll just try it on. I do think it's long, and I do think it's going to grow in length this way. I can already feel it. It's not heavy, but the weight of cotton, it's gonna grow, and I don't want it to get even longer than this. And so I'm trying to look at the original. I just think I want it shorter. It's not a big deal. My plan is, as I try it on, which I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put a little clip on each side of where I want the seed stitch to stop. I will rip up to that point and then do this ribbing again, which I think is about 2 inches worth, and then I'll be good to go. And if you know, so this was bottom up, which is another problem because it's not as easy to rip back when you're bottom up. But what I could do is what I do with my afterthought socks, and just when I make that mark and find that exact row, I can just cut right here a little bit below, rip around in the seed stitch section, which will be a little easier, until I have a nice perfect row ready to go. I'll leave some space just for a little bit of air, room for air, and then get that all on my needles and then do the nice ribbing, and it will be fine. It's just, someone asked, I think last week, exactly how I would do that, and that's how I will be doing that. So I'm just going to mark it, pick it up, put it back on the needles, just not from the bottom. It's hard to rip back. So let's just try it on, even just with one sleeve. And I'm wearing a dress, so it's kind of different, but just to see where it hits with the sleeve, because the sleeve and the collar, when you finish something, it really does matter, and it helps see where it's going to be laying a little bit better. Okay, I like it. It's not horrible. And like, okay, it's kind of bunchy with this dress sleeve under here. Let me try to smooth it out a little bit, but I think my sleeve length is good. It's a little bit oversized, and it'll probably go down over my watch a little bit. Oh, it's a little bit long. Ugh. I don't know. Or maybe I leave it. Oh, good grief. Do I just kind of make it oversized and big and just leave it? Maybe I don't have to rip this out. Huh, okay. But I do still think just that much would be so much nicer. As far as wearability, it just feels like it's just below where I'd want it. Let me take off my watch. I don't know if that even matters. It doesn't matter, but this is a little bit long. Huh, am I just messing up my whole everything? My whole size? Like sometimes you're confused about your size. Like that's me a lot. I get mixed up. Like I think I need it bigger. I always think I need it bigger. And then sometimes I go too far. But this is nice to have a nice cozy oversized thing as well. But now I'm wondering if that could be up just a tiny bit, which wouldn't be hard to re-sew. The sleeves don't take very long to add on. So maybe I just scooch it up. I mean, I can do that. Since I'm seaming, maybe I'll scooch up this sleeve and then do the same to the other, and then maybe just take this up that much. Totally just thinking out loud, you know. I wish you could like talk to me right now and give me some feedback, and you will in the comments, I'm sure. But okay, maybe this is fine. Maybe I just leave it. It feels a little long and it's a little not great. I might have to redo the what's happening here. That might be a loose end that I need to tighten anyway, but I don't know how I feel about this. I was hoping to just have this done by today, but as you can see, it's just complicated and I want it to be the best it can be. It's just, see, that's like a funny thing that's happening because I think it's too long. Okay, I'm gonna sit with this one and probably not gonna finish it today in time for this video to be done. And that's okay, but I was just hoping to have more done. I just need to think about it a little more and do a little trial and error with the length of this. I mean, it's tricky. It's just tricky. Okay, I had to take the sweater off because it's a little warm. But I was looking closer just now at their sample photos in the book, and there's only 2 photos of it, but it does not look super smooth here with their join to their body, to their sleeve either. So this makes me feel a little bit better. Like it's just a challenge to get this done in a nice way. So even Rowan had maybe a little difficulty getting these sleeves seamed to the body. And let me find the other picture to see if it shows it better. It doesn't really. Yeah, you can't even see there where it joins because it is almost like a drop sleeve, cap sleeve situation. So that's the same as the cover. But that makes me feel better that theirs isn't perfect either. So maybe it's just not going to be perfect, but I'll do the best I can. Blocking will help. I do think the sleeve needs to be a little shorter, and I know maybe my dress was bunching underneath, but I think the extra length was making it bunch up here. And then I'm just gonna do the best I can, and it will be done. And a done sweater is better than this whole sweater sitting in pieces in a bag. So I'm just gonna move on with it and then bring up the hem and call it good. Next thing I want to talk about is the cat tent from Ikea that I showed you last week that I'm very excited about and that I love very much. It was unavailable to ship on Ikea to my location, but I had an awesome Instagram friend that offered to send it to me, which was so kind because I love it so much. This is for my cat, Dinah. And as you saw last week, she was just kind of warming up to it and checking it out. But then I realized, I think what the problem was is I think she likes a tunnel. And so I actually seam ripped the back panel off of it. which was really easy. It's just this really thick felt. And if I want to put it back on, I can totally hand stitch it back on because I remember how the seams kind of lined up. It's easy. So I thought maybe she would like it better as a tunnel with a way in and out both directions. And so we're trying this now. And I'm not giving up because I think she really likes it. She hangs out with it a lot still. I did try, like a lot of people mentioned, I tried catnip in there and kind of rubbed it on the little cushion. And we put her toys in there and then a couple little treats I would leave on the cushion every once in a while just so she'd be like motivated to check it out. But I think removing this panel will help her feel more at ease in there. And then we've been sitting it on this couch, which is her normal spot, and back by the fireplace. And I'm sure you were wondering if there was an update on the cat tent, and that is what it is. In knitting related news, I have decided to enter some of my hand knits into the handmade category at the Iowa State Fair. I have never done this before, but I've visited it and you can see, there's like baked goods, pies, cakes. There's like an ugly cake category. There's all these fun things, and there's photography and art and quilts and everything. But there's also hand knits, which is very fun. And my friend Erica, who goes with me to Rhinebeck, who you've seen on this channel before, has entered before. And it's really fun to see, she talks about which projects of hers that, she thought were amazing. And sometimes you don't get a ribbon for like your favorite thing, or you do for something unexpected. And it's just I don't know who the judges are. I don't know what the criteria is, but it's just kind of fun to participate and see what happens. I probably won't get a ribbon. I don't expect anything, but I want to be part of it. I want to go see it and contribute to it and just be part of the fun. So they also have, I think, a knitting at the fair day that you can go knit at the fair. And our fair is in August. It's a big state fair, and I'll just read from the website. The internationally acclaimed Iowa State Fair is the single largest event in the state of Iowa and one of the oldest and largest agricultural and industrial expositions in the country. Annually attracting more than 1 million people from all over the world, the Iowa State Fair in Des Moines is Iowa's great celebration, a salute to the state's best in agriculture, industry, entertainment, and achievement, and handmade things. So we'll see what happens. I think it'll be really fun. I believe in July, Erica and I will go take our hand knits to the fair. They sent us this little packet with all the info of how to label your things, and we get these little tags. I think I ordered 6 just for fun. I do not yet know what I'm going to enter, like which of my hand knits I'm going to choose. So I'm going to go, I don't know what they even judge on. I know it's like finishing and some technical stuff too, and maybe like difficulty level. No idea. So I don't know yet what I'm going to do, what I'm going to enter, or if I'll even use all 6. But I just kind of did it, and then I'll figure it out. And then Erica and I will take our stuff to the Varied Industries building in July. You leave it there. You go visit and see it all in August, and then you find out what happens. It'll just be fun to see the whole process and how it works and go see everybody else's stuff. So I'm excited. Iowa State Fair. Check back. I'll make a video of us like going there and seeing all the ribbons and the winners and all that stuff, because I do think it's going to be super interesting. So I've been on a sewing kick lately, and that's continuing, and I'm going to share a couple of things about that in a minute. But I also picked up this book recently by Birgitta Helmersson with more zero waste patterns, which is kind of my thing right now. It's just easier. It's not as wasteful, obviously, and then they're kind of easier just to cut out and simple and fast. And I want like that fast shortcut kind of to make things a little speedier. It's fine to lay out patterns on my floor and put up paper, and it's just it's hard with the kids running around. It's easier when they're in school, so maybe in the fall I'll have more time to like piece some stuff out, but I have a lot of ideas of things I want to sew. I maybe got a new sewing machine by total accident, not planned. I'll show you in a minute. But these zero waste patterns are really fun. There's a lot of instructional stuff in here, but there's like a really nice summer top, a beautiful skirt that's coming up. Lots of simple, nice wearable pieces. There's a really nice shirt. Look at this shirt. That seems really hard to me. I've never done buttons or buttonholes, but look how beautiful. That is like goals for me. I would love to have I love a button down, dress or a shirt. And I'm sure you could make that shirt into a dress. It's just a style that I think is really wearable and fun to throw on. What else was I looking at? There's a lot of patterns in here. There's a whole like jumpsuit, which is very cool. There's a dress that's kind of similar with the V also. Look at these shorts with this tank. It's just very exciting. And so this book is super fun. Here's a tiered skirt, similar to the other skirt, but I think another, like a 3-tier. Here's a triangle skirt. This, I think I could handle making now, even though I'm gonna make that other skirt with my striped fabric, the asymmetrical twosome skirt by Chris Wood Sews that I showed last week. Still planning on making that, but I'm excited about all the stuff in this book, and that just kind of gives me some more options when I'm trying to figure out what to do with all this fabric that I've accumulated, and I might as well just show you that now. Okay, do not judge. Did I get a little carried away? Maybe, but probably not. Like, you know how much I love these brights and the Ikea prints, and I cannot help myself. I talked about the Ikea fabrics last week in my video, these bold new pre-cut fabrics that you can buy. Some of them are available for shipping and some not, and it kind of depends on the day you look, because some of these weren't available and then they were, so it's a little bit unpredictable. But just let me show you what I've done. First, you know how I love the Tessamans collection? It's like all these pillows around my house and then everything. There's like a mobile up here. You can't see it, but it's everywhere. It's all over the place. But I'm freaking in love with these pillows, these stripes, and then these end colors. And I found this tote bag pattern online that I think I'm gonna make with the pillowcase. So this is a canvasy, you know, kind of upholstery weight. But these are so inexpensive. It's like, I think $4 for these little square ones, and maybe $1 more for the rectangle ones, which is back here, which I also have. And I just love this fabric so much. It's so unique and different that I really want a tote bag made out of it, or a knitting bag specifically. And then I talked about my friend Natalie Ebaugh, who is a sewing instructor, and she has a Patreon with different sewing projects, and she has a tote bag made of canvas that I think this would be perfect for. And so that's going to be my plan for this. And these big stripes on the side, I might use that either for the bottom of the bag or possibly the handles. I have to see how long the measurements for the handle. I know you need a big strip for the handles, so maybe that won't work, but I have a couple of these sitting around just for the tote bag project. So I think I'm going to make a pillowcase into a tote bag, probably. Then I went a little nuts on the pre-cut Ikea fabric. I'm gonna have to stand up and show you because these are like so big I can't explain even what's going on here. So I got a few of these. I did wash my black linen, and I do plan to make a long linen dress out of this. I might do the envelope dress by Chris Wood Sews that I made. That was like my yellow one last week, but I'm not totally sure I want to do that because I do find myself kind of pulling on the neckline of that one, but maybe it's because I kind of messed it. I mean, I kind of did it differently with the adjustment I made. But if I do a long one, I think I will do it as written with the long V. And I won't turn it backwards because it won't matter on a solid. With my other one, it mattered. There was a print and I was cutting it down the front and losing an inch where I was sewing because of the inseam. And so it kind of messed up the flower pattern. So I was wearing it backwards, which is fine. As you all said, it like totally worked. But for this, it would not matter at all because I'm finally just using a black solid. But I want a black long linen dress for this summer, and that is the goal for this. And this is that Elizabeth Suzanne. Is that the name? Elizabeth Sudette? Yeah, that's right. It's just linen. It's very nice washed linen. It feels like luxury. So I washed it, and so it's ready to go for when I'm ready for it. And then the Ikea fabrics. So I think I might have influenced a few of you to look at this online as well, because in the comments I was reading, people were excited about, we're all excited about the Ikea fabric. I want tea towels. I want big tote bags. I want little knitting project bags. I want little zipper pouches to go in my knitting bags. I have many ideas for these fabrics, but I also probably want more dresses. On the Ikea website, they show samples of this woman, maybe it's the designers of this fabric, I don't know. They are wearing shirts and skirts and garments out of this fabric. So I'm gonna try it. I don't know if it's gonna be too heavy and weird and stiff, and I don't care. So let me just show you. I got stripes. I got this giant floral. I got the wide stripe. This is nuts. It's so big and fun, like I cannot even handle how cool it is and all the different colors in there. I'll show you in a minute. And then I got the blue and white dots. And this is very Marimekko like inspired, I think, too, which you know I love. So let me hold these up so you can see what I'm working with here. First up, I'll just show you the dots. They do kind of change in the width of it. So let's see, somewhere it's like a little bit wider set. Oh yeah, so this is hard to show, but they kind of change. They're not all symmetrical. It's not all the same, but look how fun. That could be a dress. This could be a skirt for sure. Definitely project bag potential, tote bag potential. But wouldn't a long dress be fun? Let me see the width. So like the envelope dress, you use the selvage to selvage, which is this way. See my little white strip? It's like this length, and this is a really long length, like it takes my whole height almost. So that is the length of the envelope dress, and that's the direction you cut it. So I could definitely make an envelope dress just out of like this, and then have so much left, all of this left. So maybe, I mean, I'm for real considering making a long dress out of every one of these big prints and then using the rest for whatever. And maybe I'll mix and match to make tote bags. That is my other plan, is like, what if I mix this with the dots? And that totally works. Like, how fun are these together? Or this with the stripes. So just hold on. Let's see more. This is the big floral. Look at this. This one is probably my favorite. So we have all of this happening. We'll go back a little bit further. So it's almost these stripes of the blue background and the cream background with these plants coming out of vases. And look at this. It's so exciting and cool. I love how big it is. This again could be another dress. I am into it. Could go this way, but maybe not. Like, that's the selvage to selvage direction. If I do the envelope dress that way, unless I just flip it and cut it whatever way I want. I don't think it would matter that much and do it this way. But again, depending on where you want it, this could be a skirt. It could be a dress. It could be anything. Definitely, I love the idea of the tote bag with this together. So that's probably happening. And then I've got the two stripes, the narrow and the wide. Let's just look at these real quick. Here's all the colors in the wide. How fun is this? This does kind of scream tablecloth to me. And so maybe I will, and towels, like kitchen towels. So this will be a kitchen towel, but would be a great beach bag or dress again. So the dress, again, this is the selvage way. So this is the top. It would be this way if I cut it according to the pattern. It could be, again, a skirt, or I could flip it and just not do it selvage to selvage and do this way, which I really like the idea of vertical stripes in a dress. There's another pattern that I love to make, and it's from the Sonia Phillips book, where it's just, I think it's based, or maybe I just did this. I think I lengthened one of her t-shirt patterns and just took it straight down. So that would totally work with this, because I do like a crew neck. I could look at that, the new book I have with the no waist patterns too, because those skirts, there's like the triangle skirt would be really fun. Or if I got super brave, that top, that button down top in this could be very cool or very challenging. So maybe I'm not ready for that, but how fun is this wide stripe? So many cool color combinations. And then here's the narrow stripe. Obsessed. So again, this runs like horizontally with the selvage up here. So go this way. Very tall. You get so much yardage for your $14 with these, like it's nuts. This is how it looks up and down. Fantastic colors. Look at these colors. Like just the coolest. So this again could make a very fun long dress, a skirt. Like I'm just in love with it. Bags. There's so many more things, and you know, I'm like stuck on the tea towels and the bags and the dress, but like there's so many possibilities with these. But this floral just is my absolute favorite. There's so many kind of weird color pairings in it that I just absolutely love, like this lavender and then the bright pink and black next to each other, and then these green leaves that are so fun and big. So, you know, when I have time, this will be really fun to play with, and I hope I get to it sooner than I think I will. There's just so much piling up. I've been a little overwhelmed this week. I have a lot of stuff due like right at the beginning of July, and so hopefully once I get past that, maybe I can make something super fun with this stuff. And yeah, I have to make this a priority because it makes me so happy. Seriously. Last thing I'm going to talk about this week is something that's going to help me with all of my weird sewing goals and things I want to make. This was completely unplanned, but I bought a sewing machine this week. Like, what am I doing? I've lost it. But this is the Singer heavy duty, what's the number? 4432 heavy duty sewing machine. I'm pretty sure this model is new, and it's the black edition. And if you know me, you know I love everything black. I have been wanting a black sewing machine forever, but I have like this little white brother it's really old. It's the Project Runway edition, and I think I got it in the 90s, and it's been a workhorse. It has got me through all my sewing projects all these years. It's been great. But I've always wanted a black machine, and this heavy duty machine is perfect for all of my heavy canvas that I've been buying from Ikea, and the canvas that's in my bin in the basement that I've collected from Ikea over the years. Like there's more. I didn't always get the right yardage though back then, because it was kind of in my newer sewing days when I just thought I would make small things. So some of those fabrics I wish I would have bought more yardage, but anyway, I'm gonna put them to good use with this machine, which is beautiful, and it was on sale. So this started popping up in my various social media feeds, like Singer started popping up. They know what you're doing and what you're talking about, and they must know that I am a sucker for a black machine and heavy duty. My machine can handle it with like a denim needle, but this is also good for some of the DIY things my husband was wanting me to help him with. Like he likes to bike, like ride bicycles. He wanted like some bicycle bags, little cargo bags. He wants me to fix and repair some of his camping and tactical gear. And a machine like this is kind of better for some of the things that he's talking about. And I seriously am accumulating a lot of this heavy fabric. So like the tote bags, this is perfect for making a tote bag. So I know I'm going to use this. Do I feel kind of ridiculous having the old brother machine and this and the serger now? Yes. But I am clearing off a spot. I have a desk downstairs that my husband made out of a door, like a wooden door. and it's on legs from Ikea and it rolls. And so I'm just gonna clear off a nice section of it so I can lay these 3 machines out and put covers on them and have them kind of accessible, because it's hard right now. I kind of keep them in their boxes, which is not ideal. They're harder to get out, which is helping me procrastinate with my sewing, and also my sock knitting machine. That's kind of easy to just put it away and then you kind of forget about it. So if I have them out on my desk downstairs, I think I'll feel better. So I just have to clean, organize a little bit, make some space, and then I'll feel ready to go. But yeah, this is a beautiful, should I get it out? I should get it out. Enhanced piercing power, more power for thick fabric layers. This is gonna be good for the tote bags and the handles and all the things you have to go through. Whatever my plan is for the dresses and the tablecloths and all the things. Automatic needle threader, easy stitch selection. It's kind of one of those basic, you know, it's not like a digital machine, but I think it's like a good workhorse machine, which is more my style of sewing anyway. But let's just get it out of the box because I haven't looked at it yet. I just got it in the mail, and yeah, not really a planned purchase, but I think it was like $50 off, and that's what got me, you know, and the pile of canvas sitting here next to me on the floor from Ikea. Okay. Here it is. There's this nice graphic on the top that says like what's inside the box, and it has a picture of all the pieces, which is kind of cool. And okay, I have a weird thing. You're gonna laugh at me, but I have a weird thing about styrofoam. So this is like, it gives me like the shivers, but they do have cardboard around this. Oh, it's the good kind of styrofoam. It's this different kind that's not so squeaky, and then I can handle it. Okay. Ooh, it has a handle. Okay. That wasn't so bad. Let's get this off. See, this is like the different styrofoam that is made out of, I don't know, maybe it's, I don't know. It's not the awful kind that makes your fingernails feel bad. I have a weird thing. Okay. This, I love the handle. It is beautiful. Let's get it out of the bag. Wow. Slide this out. Here's a bag with the pedal and the power cord. It smells nice and new. Oh yay, okay. This is my new heavy duty Singer. What's the number again? It doesn't matter. Look how beautiful. It's very heavy. I mean, that's all I kind of know about it so far. It looks pretty basic. It's got all the stitch settings on the dial below. You can kind of see there. And the stitch length. And it looks easy to thread like my other one. Everything looks familiar to me. Not like the serger that I did last time. And now it's like old hat and not a problem. And I was so scared of threading the serger, and it's really not a big deal. But this is very exciting, very streamlined and cool and very industrial. And I have no regrets. I'm gonna put this to good use. I'm very excited. Love it. That about wraps it up for this week. Thank you for hanging out and checking out my Ikea fabric and my new heavy-duty sewing machine that I did not plan on getting, and this sweater that I'm not entirely sure what to do with. But yeah, thank you for hanging out. It means a lot. You spending your mornings with me. I love that. Thank you for all your comments and advice and tips and tricks in the comments. I really appreciate you participating in that way, and I read all of the comments. I am super behind in responding, so I'm really sorry. I'm gonna try to catch up on some of that this weekend. But I read everything, so thank you for taking the time. Please like and subscribe if you feel like it. I upload a new video every Saturday morning, and I'm trying to do that for the whole year. It's like my goal. You know, summer can get unpredictable, so if I miss one at some point, you'll understand. But yeah, thank you. I hope you have a good weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.